Hello everybody, I'm going to be solving question 1.3 from the textbook Digital Design with the introduction to the Verilog HDL, the 5th edition by Mano. And the question is asking, convert the following numbers with the indicated bases to decimal. So to solve this problem, we want to do is that we will have each number multiplied to what the base is going to be times the position of the value. And this is how you do it to change any value, any base to decimal. So I'll just show you the solution here. So for do A. So notice that we have 4 digits here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And what we do is starting from n minus 1, we keep going and multiply it by that value. So for the first value, we would get 4 times 5 to the 3, because this is n minus 1, and then we will get plus 3 times 5 to the 2, n minus 2, and so on until we get to the end. So it'll be plus 1 times 5 to the 1, plus 0 times 5 to the 0. So we add these values. So 5 times 5 is 25. So I'll just do some of these calculations in the calculator just for brevity's sake. And we will see that, man, I can never get this calculator to focus, ever. But we would see that 4 times 5 cubed, that will give us 500. So this would be 500 plus, and then we would do 25 times 3, which would be 75. Then 1 times 5 would be 5. And then this would be plus 0. And so if we add all these numbers together, we will see that we would get the value of 580 as our decimal answer. And we will repeat this process for each base we get. So to take our example, this one would just be 580. And then we would do is just repeat it for each base and just change the bases, but continue to do the powers here, depending on what position we are in the number. So number B. So in B, we'll see that we'll start from the second power. And so what we have is 1 times 12 to the 2, plus 9 times 12 to the 1, plus 8 times 12 to the 0. And again, this would be 144. 144 plus, and this would be 9 times 12. 9 times 12 is 108, plus 8. And so if we add these numbers in the calculator, 144 plus 108, 8, we would be left with 260 as our answer. Now for number C again, which we again do here is that since there's 3 numbers and the base is 8, we start from 8 squared and multiply the number corresponding to the position. So this problem, it would be 4 times 8 squared plus 3 times 8 to the 1 plus 5 times 8 to the 0. 8 squared is 64, so it'd be 64 times 4, which would be 256. So 256 plus, and this would be 8 times 3, which is 24, plus 5 times 8 to the 0, which would be 5. And so we note that 256 times 24, that'll be 60. This would be 280 plus 5, which would be 285 as our answer. Because plus 4 here would be 260, plus 20 would be 280, and the add 5 again would be 285 in decimal. And for our last problem, we would do the exact same thing again before, but again base 6. So we'll start at 6 squared. So it would be 3 times 6 squared plus 4 times 6 to the 1 power plus 5 times 6 to 0. So 36 times 3 would be 108. So it'd be 108 plus 6 times 4 is 24. And 5 times 6 is 0 would just be 5. And we see that we would get 112. So it'll just be 132 plus 5, which would be 137. 137 in the 10th place. Because 108 plus 4 would be 112. And then plus 2 would be 32. And plus 5 would be 37. So this would be our answers. So you just multiply the number to the corresponding position of the base, and then depending on where the base is, we subtract it by 1 in each one, and we multiply everything out, and this will be our solution.